Do-do-do-do. Hello, everybody. Welcome. It is I, Cool Blaze. We meet again, under some very unusual circumstances. So, turns out Evil Blaze wasn't really paying the rent for that weird, creepy dungeon. So I had to find a new place, and I wound up finding this cool dude over here, who gave me a studio, and we're gonna work together. But he did have one big rule, which is that there is a dress code. As you can see, I must adhere to this dress code, and I can no longer recklessly sip Monster, which is unfortunate. But at least I get to keep my cool glasses. And I have with me my extra jumbo, ultimate coffee. Hello. And yeah, we're here today to watch some Bee Sports. Are you guys ready for some Bee Sports? All the competitors in today's Bee Sports are fan submitted. They were not chosen by either of us. And yeah. Time to get into it. Things are gonna work a little differently this time. Just a little differently. Alright? I have asked fans to also submit in their reasons for why they believe this should be the Husbando that wins. By the way, is my mic peaking? It keeps looking like it is in my audio interface. Just checking. How's the volume on everything? To all the listeners out there, all the fans. What's up? I'm not Blaze. I am not Blaze. I am Cool Blaze. Please get it right. Sounds good? Okay. Just making sure. A bit fried. It's the filter. Darn it. Darn filter. Okay, how about now? Is this better? This should be a little bit better. Maybe? I don't know. I'm everything Cool Blaze. Super cool, mega cool, ultra cool, all the cools. All the cools, I own them. Turn it down just a little bit more. There. That should maybe keep it a bit better. Anyways, so. Again, all users submitted. The 3 criteria are going to be based off of just general impression of if you think that they would make a good husbando, and we are going to be leaving the fighting to that, not to the actual character itself, but to how the fans described why they think this should be the winner. So yeah, those anonymous that entered in and got selected, this is all on you. If you didn't sell your husbando properly, the crowd could drop you like a sack of hot potatoes. So we're gonna figure it out. One moment as I sip my Monster coffee. I mean, Monster? No, sir, I swear, I'm not drinking Monster. I meant Monster as in, like, big. Anyways. Alright. We're gonna get into it. With our first 2. Astolfo versus Goku. Now, I'm gonna be real honest. I saw this and I was super tripped out. I was like, this is gonna be a fight for the ages. Don't you guys think? I mean, as far as husbandos go, this is something else, isn't it? Yeah, I know, right? It honestly could go any way. Also, I would also like to mention, as we take a quick look at the brackets for tonight. Oops, my super cool coffee is in the way. Let's just move that. So is chat. I almost got it all right. Whoops. Anyways, let's take a look at the super cool bracket tonight. As you can see by the numbers, these have all been randomized. I had no part to play in picking who goes up against who. I simply hit the button as hard as possible. So there's the bracket for tonight. There's the lineup. Now, voting is also going to work a little bit differently. I know a lot of you guys are having trouble because of the box blocking you. I don't know if this is gonna be any better, but we're gonna try it anyways, which is with this funky dunky website, which will also show polls. So I'm gonna put the first one in chat now. I suggest you don't answer right away, simply because, well, you know, if you answer right away, then you're not gonna get to experience all of the stuff. Also, for some reason, I cannot pin this. My YouTube is broken. I cannot pin my own comment. So you better open that up now, guys. I don't know why, but I can't pin things, which is awesome. I can pin other comments, just not my own. That makes no sense. Okay, YouTube. Thanks for that. That kind of ruins my entire stream idea. Anyways, we're just gonna let it go. We're just gonna let it go. Goku from Dragon Ball is one of the best husbandos. He is hardworking and dedicated, and if one wishes to train, he will happily partake. He got them Dragon Balls and insane Saiyan biology. With this kind heart and caring nature, he'd be a one-of-a-kind partner. That is the case that this Ryubi has made for Goku. You guys are already voting. Just based off looks alone. Okay. I see how it is. I see how it is. I said that there would be 3 rounds. I lied. It's a general discussion. That's why I said you should wait. I lied. I was stuck on the rules of the last one. There is only one voting session for each. So do not vote until we have made arguments in chat. Now I encourage you guys, argue both sides. Why do you think one should win? Tell me. Definitely not biased? No, not biased. Never biased. Why would it possibly be biased? You think chat would wait and listen? Well, I thought so, but, well, Mustafa would make a better father. That is an interesting statement. Maybe? I don't really know. Goku wins. I don't need no argument. I think you might, because just Astolfo is winning at the moment. So, Goku is a crap father and husband. That is true. You can borrow dresses from Astolfo. Fair. Yeah, that's very fair. This is a husband and wife fight? No, it's a husbando fight. Goku is such a good father. Piccolo raised Gohan. Oof. Looking like Goku is not winning in this battle. You're talking about husband material, not power creep? Dude, that is a sick burn. Alrighty then. Well, ouch. How old is Goku? I don't even know, honestly. Astolfo is the son of Otto, the King of England. That is a very fair... You know, yeah, you could be his princess. You could be his queen. Remember that Astolfo had his... Oh, well... Goku will never recover from this. You can be judged based on by your lineage. That is true. Goku's in his 40s. Man, does that mean Goku is, like, technically a DILF? Would you guys say? Technically a DILF? I'd say so. Sylvie says the only downside to Astolfo is that he'd be prettier than you at your wedding. That is true. Thank you for the super chat. Your sponsorship will pop up soon. Thank you. In what world is that? Putting character a good husband or father? Aw, man. There it is. Thank you for that. Thank you, Sylvie. Which Blaze this? I'm Cool Blaze. I've just been constrained by a corporate workforce. You know, sometimes you have to play the game. Goku's getting wrecked? Goku is in fact getting wrecked. Alright, newbies, I think we've discussed enough. Start sending in those votes before it's too late. I will post the link in chat again. Again, I apologize. I do not know why I cannot pin things. Maybe I can open up my mobile device, and that will fix this catastrophe. We're gonna try. We're gonna figure it out. Oops, I can't pin comments. I don't know why. Oops, I accidentally turned on the volume on myself. Don't want to listen to myself. Okay, there we go. I can pin from my mobile device. Yes, that is where you go to vote. Go, vote, vote, vote. Now let's listen to what someone has to say about Astolfo. Cute femboy, and he unironically sounds like he'd be a lot of fun to hang out with. Forgot to read that beforehand, but I really don't think it's gonna change the outcome of these votes. Cause I mean, this is like kinda painful, honestly. You'd think that the Super Saiyan, like one of the most popular anime protagonists, would get way more votes, but everyone's giving it to the femboy. Which I mean, when it comes to newbies, I guess it does make sense. It does make sense. Astolfo has more tags? Aw, man. Femboys will sweep. Whereas Showdown and Gojo, they are not in this competition, unfortunately. They're sure like the pretty boy, though. Well, people have their standards. You can't blame them. You can't blame them. This is revealing things about the newbies that maybe people didn't wish to know. Goku is kinda not a great husband. Looks like we got two not very great husbands, but only one can continue on. I'll give you newbies 10 more seconds to go and vote, okay? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The votes have been cast, newbies, and the winner is Astolfo. You know what that means, guys? That means that Goku is eliminated from the competition. Aw, man. There he goes. Hasta la vista, my friend. Nothing can be done about that. Femboys count as husbandos. They do around here. They do around here. Yup. Now, we will move on to the next poll, which is going to be between... Why did it not disappear? Go away. Go away. Reagan versus Guel. Ooh. So, for these two, we'll listen to both of their comments that the fans sent in when picking these husbandos. We got Guel. I don't know how to spell his name. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I don't know how to anything his name. We got Guel Jeturk. Yep. From Mercury. Reason why is him becoming an actual caring and helpful character in Season 2, doing an instant 180 from his usual rude demeanor, meaning that he's a tsundere. And we know around here that we love tsunderes, don't we? Yes, we do. Next, Reagan from Mob Psycho 100. He takes care of Mob. I like that. He takes care of him subconsciously, like he is his own nephew. He is also a pretty fun character to watch. With them scamming skills, he is about to scam our hearts as well. So, we are going to have to pick between these two who will move on to the next round. So for those who know these characters, let's make some chatter. Let's make some chatter. In the meantime, I'll put up the next poll. And I'll put the link into the chat. Hold on, there's a lot of tabs open. There we go. That's the wrong one. There we go. Alright, we're gonna unpin that. Pop this in. Give that a whirl, guys. Who will be the winner? You will decide. Bum bum bum. Is that dramatic enough? Hopefully. Doing great, thank you, thank you. Reagan Tumblr sexy man needs another belt on his collection. Aw, man. Reagan is a genuinely good guy. I mean, remember, newbies, you can also just vote based on how hot they are. If you think one is hotter than the other, that is also fair. It is up to you who you think is the best husbando to you. Dramatic enough. Go to the left one. Well, I tried to pick as many variants as I can. Surprisingly, just like with the waifus, not a lot of like really ultra popular, which I guess just goes to show how good their newbies' taste really is. They don't pick no basic bitches. This one's close. This one is close, but looks like Reagan is taking ahead. Don't mind me as I take a sip of my extra large, extra mega turbo ginormous coffee. Well goes the distance for the girl he loves. Aw, man, that's pretty sweet sounding. I don't know about you guys. I like how he wears his coat. That's pretty cool. Other than that, the rest of his fit is pretty shit, but other than that, not too bad looking. I do like people with suits and a guy in a school gym uniform. That is fair. Newbies are not mid. No, I would never say that. Remember, guys, I'm super cool, ultra cool, amazing cool Blaze. I would never say that the newbies are mid. Who would do that? That's crazy talk. Those calves? True. He's probably more fit when you think about it. Gwell probably has more of a six-pack under there, as opposed to Reagan that just sits around all day and scams people. I mean, I guess he does stuff other than that, but think about it. He works a desk life. Gwell is the CEO of a mech company. We like mechs around here, don't we? I know a lot of you guys are also fans of well, technically to my... Well, it's kind of complicated how the universe works. But I guess to that extent, Sky would also be my dear beloved sister, as well as just regular Blaze. So yeah, I know that you guys like mechs around here, because a lot of you guys are fans of her. Come on, let's be honest. A mech company? Why did you say earlier? Exactly. Cool Blaze is the best Blaze? Let's not say that, even though you're right. Anyways, get to voting. I'm gonna give you newbies not that much longer to vote. Can you vote again? I don't think that you can. I don't know, though. Maybe? Don't rig the votes. Cool Blaze the final boss? No, unfortunately he is. Have Wells Mechs ever won a battle? No idea. Does anyone want to clarify about that in chat? Anyone want to make a bit more of a case for this poor guy? He's getting demolished out here. Reagan out here hunting ghosts. What's more fun than that? I mean, that is pretty fun. But I don't really like I don't really like ghosts. So, it's close and he's hotter. Okay, but everyone lost to the Gundam. Well, you know, never know. He was a title holder before a Gundam showed up. Man, it do be like that sometimes, don't it? Oh no, I've never been to space. Alright, you got 10 more seconds, newbies. 10 more seconds. The votes are close. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It is such a close vote, but it is going to Reagan. That means Gwell is eliminated. Gotta get this guy out of here. Hasta la vista, sir. rid of the wrong one. Hasta la vista, sir. There we go. The winner of that round is Reagan. Next up, anyone wanna give a guess? Any guesses out there? We got, drumroll please, Luffy versus Kurama. Let's read the comments made by the fans. Alright. We got a long one and a short one. This, we'll see how this goes, but we got Luffy from One Piece. Why should he win the ultimate Husbando Showdown? Because he is the perfect protagonist. There's a reason he always gets first place in the One Piece popularity contests. Because he had the honor of being in the Macy's 2023 Thanksgiving Day Parade. Not many characters in fiction have that honor. Because he is the kind of man that people aspire to be. And because he would be your best friend. Give him a bento and he will fight Satan himself for your country. You get sick? He will climb a 5,000-meter mountain to get you a doctor. He sees you cry, he will beat the living shit out of the person who made you cry. He may not be the most important character in his own story, which isn't a bad thing, but damn, he is so important to so many of us. And versed such a well-worded, thought-out entry, we have Yoko Kurama, Yu Yu Hakusho. Very cool-headed, badass, plot relevant. An absolute gentleman, also a super strong fox spirit. Sometimes, less is more. So who will be the winner? Let's post the poll now, since that is already over. Let me grab that poll. Grab that poll! Ba-da-da-doo. There's the poll. The poll! Vote now, newbies, and make your cases in chat. Kurama is a furry, so that counts as a win. Aw, man. Well, I mean, if that's what you guys like, that's what you guys like, I suppose. Luffy is denser than a black hole? Oof. Does Luffy ever even have any romantic attachments? Who's to say? Who's to say? I have not watched all of One Piece. That is a task. That is a task. Hot fox, man. Luffy has someone that loves him and he literally doesn't care. Oof, things are not looking good for Luffy with that comment. Luffy would leave us for food? Ouch. Goofy ass can't be a good husband. Aw, man. Aw, man. Luffy, my man, is getting torn apart. Asexual pirate husbro. He does to the One Piece, that is true. Luffy is very into the One Piece, yeah. He's into girls, he's just too focused on his goal. Luffy doesn't even think Hancock hot. What do you think when he looks at normal woman? Aw, man. Poor guy. You guys are really ripping him a new one. Kurama is taking the lead on this. Ouch. Tisk, tisk, tisk. This is not much of a fight. It's not much of a fight, is it? Poor man. Poor man. Kurama the goat? Yeah, I mean, I heard he was a fox, but... We're friend-zoning him, we love him, just not romantically. That's fair, that's fair. Kurama never had a father figure, so we could be his... Ooh. He was into Nami during the Alabasta arc. Well, see, maybe it is possible. You never know. Luffy is gonna look good in that One Piece. Imagine, I wonder what the One Piece actually is. Like, that's a separate topic for a separate day, but I don't even know if they, like, oh wait, the One Piece is just like a trove of treasure, isn't it? Isn't that what the One Piece is? Just some giant pirate treasure? I love Luffy, but let's get real here. He won't ever love us romantically. Oh, he won't even. Aw, man. One Piece are the friends we made along the way. Supposedly, if if it's unironically a swimsuit that lets devil fruit users swim, that would be cool. That would be interesting. That would be very, very interesting. Kurama might want to kiss someone. I don't know. Maybe it's Gold Rogers High School Kumisu. As long as they in a straw hat, I'm good. Aw, man, imagine that. Alright, 10 more seconds. Cast your votes, rubies. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The winner was kind of obvious. It goes to Kurama, which means the boy Luffy is eliminated. Hasta la vista. There he goes. Aw, man. Aw, man. On to the next round. Everybody ready? I've said, are you ready, doobies? Are you ready? Things are only gonna get more intense. More intense. Here we go. We got Gilgamesh versus Sanji. Right back into One Piece. Let's see if maybe One Piece can still take home the prize. Let's read these comments from the fans. In this lineup, we got Gilgamesh, specifically from Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. His alignment, we got some extra information on him from this devoted fan. Alignment, chaotic good. He's rich and hot. This 126-year-old man used to rule the city of Uruk in Sumeria as a ruthless tyrant, using his inventory of treasures and godly power before dying. And now he is summoned into the modern world by a master. He stands at 5'9", 2/3 god and 1/3 human, owns all of the world's treasures, so he's super rich, arrogant, and rude, but nice if summoned by you, but still arrogant, and very strong. Nice versus Sanji from One Piece. Can cook, can fight, won't hurt women, tank, fast, fire type, high-spirited, blonde, classy. That's a pretty tough matchup, if I do say so myself. Let's pop the poll in chat and get this party started. Make your cases now, newbies. Who do you think should win? Gilgamesh or Sanji? Sanji will chase any woman who looks like him? Not looks like him, oh my gosh, looks at him? That's not a very good trait. Versus Gilgamesh being rich, you know, that's... Well... Sanji has a wandering eye, but the boy can cook. But does cooking outweigh his possible infidelity? Gil is a baddie. He is a baddie. He's got all the riches in the world and all this kingly knowledge. He could make you a queen. Make you a queen. Sanji's kind of awful. Oof. Oof. No love for the boy. Sanji shows his husband material in the cake cart. Let him cook, he's got this. Oh, it's a very close battle, almost 50-50. Let's be real, the only treasure Gilga doesn't have is my heart. Isn't Sanji technically a prince from descent and through marriage? Well, guess so. Gil's worse though. Looks like we got a lot of heated competition. Oh my. Oh me, oh my. Could go either way. Could go either way. Could go either way. I mean, just look-wise, they're not all that different. They're blonde, wearing black attire. So it's kind of hard to judge off looks. Go and look at women once he gets set, his mind on one. See, there you go. Gilgamesh looks like he would be just a bit more of a better husbando than Sanji, but it seems you guys just don't agree. Oof. I mean, I suggest you look up other pictures of Gilgamesh, cause, whew, I mean, I think when his hair is slicked up in his armor, it's a little, eh. But all the other versions are pretty nice. I like a man who can cook and call me an idiot sandwich. You'll deserve what Sakura did to him. He looks only at Saber in Fate's Day Night. But could he look at you? Gil already has a husband and his name is Enki. There are a lot of forms of Gil. There are a lot. Gil is dedicated if he finds you interesting. Well. Looks like it's not going in his favor, though. You have 10 more seconds to vote, newbies. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the winner of this round is Sanji, which means Gilgamesh is eliminated. Wah, 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 wah. Aw, man. Get out of here. There he goes. So sad. Another one down. Another one bites the dust. And another one down. And another one down. Another one bites the dust. Moving on to the next two. They may be a bit more unfamiliar to some of you guys. I personally am only kind of familiar with one of these, so this is mostly just going to be up to you guys in chat. Good luck. We got Mukoda versus Tatsu. Two, again, very similar looking guys. Not like too stylistically different, but pretty simple seaman fellows. And cooks. So we got Tsuyoshi Mukuoda from Toggle the Table of Contents, Campfire Cooking in Another World with My Absurd Skill. With such great cooking, he was able to tame a beast. Imagine the meals he can make for you with meals that can give you stat boosts. Likes to travel, good with pets, kind, good with money, and has the blessings from the gods. He is the total package. Versus Tatsu from The Way of the House Husband. He's strong, supportive, devoted and caring, good with housework, an excellent cook, and he goes the extra mile. Let's put this link in chat and let the newbies decide who will move on to the next round. He's the pinnacle of the ideal house husband. Who is? Tatsu? I mean, yeah, I'd like him I'd like him to be my house husband. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Very much enjoy a house husband. These guys are both husbands. I know, this is gonna be a pretty rough battle, isn't it? Pretty rough battle. Which it looks like Tatsu is winning so far. Tatsu is literally the house husband. Yeah, this might not be as much of a battle as I thought it would be. Ooh. Mukoda only knows how to cook using pre-made ingredients. Tatsu is the real deal. That is true, that is true. He has already proven himself in this field. Bro's voice is Minamin. I don't know what that means. Tatsu is cooler. Tatsu used to be an exotic dancer. Huh. Mukoda getting beat down Yakuza style? Yeah. Man is not surviving this. Man is not surviving this. He is taking these punches like a champ, though. I will say that, but he is not looking to survive this round. Mukoda comes with a big dog. Ayo. Is that so? I'm just gonna take a sip of my extra grande large Titan coffee. I voted for the one who might be single. Tatsu will even decide he wants to be your house husband. Oof. Big sassy dog and a bouncy slime. That is a pretty good deal. That is a pretty good deal. 10 more seconds, newbies. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The winner of this round is Tatsu, which means that our boy Mukoda, yep, that guy, he's out of here. Goodbye. Look at that, he's gone out of the ballpark. And this is your winner. But moving on, newbies, we have Ash versus Rintaro. Ba-ba-bum! Hope you guys know who these ones are. Some may not. We got Ash Lynx from Banana Fish. He is my perfect little trauma baby. Blonde, American, with blue eyes, and badass, and angelic. And if you do not at least consider adding my beautiful husbando, I will cry harder than I did when he... Spoilers. Well, he might get eliminated out of this competition, so you might cry anyway. Versus Okabe Rintaro from Steins Gate. Will literally by all means save you from death. Will never give up, even if it leads to him being traumatized. I also like the fact that he'll cover up his own pain so that the other people around him won't feel worried of him by making jokes or acting out like a mad scientist because he cares so much and so deeply for them. It's so damn touching. Crying emoji. It really is a bit of a trauma standoff. Who will win? Will it be Ash Lynx or Rintaro? Okabe Rintaro. Vote now! Vote now! Vote now before it's too late! You can do it! I believe in you, newbies! I'm sold on the scientists. Okabe have a better trauma. Oh man. Thought Banana Fish was a BL anime? I mean, kind of? Yeah, but also no, but I mean, it's just a really good anime in general. You should watch it no matter what. It is just a good anime. We all wish it was. Ash has literally been offered a gun to shoot himself if it means to save the protagonist. That is true, and he did almost do it. So he would literally also die for you. So one saves you from death, and one dies himself by saving you from death. I haven't watched Banana Fish, so I'll need to sit this one out, but Rintaro is a real one. I mean, you don't need to sit it out. I suggest even if you don't know the other character, vote for the one that you do, or whichever one you think is hotter. Or, you know, maybe someone from chat convinced you. Never know. That's why I encourage you newbies to comment anything you'd like about these characters. You can convince your fellow voters to vote in your favor. I like a man who I want to fix. Wouldn't the one that stays alive saving you be the winner then? Maybe yes, maybe no. Some might find dying to you know, save you just more... What's the word? What is the word, actually, though? More... fitting, more lovely, more romantic. Yes, romantic. I'm very super awesome cool Blaze. I've never had a romance in my life. So, that word's a bit foreign to me. But how can he be a husbando if he gone? Aw, man. Spoilers. I mean, if he died, he's not a husbando. He's just dead. Choose the one that literally invented time travel. That is true. Rintaro he's very, very smart. I'm for a husbando who thinks about saving you both before saving just you. True fair, true fair. Well, newbies, you have 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. The winner is Rintaro, and that means Ash, you're out of here. Wop, 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 wop. Get out of here, man. There he goes. Into the void. Too bad, so sad. Are you ready for who's up next, newbies? We got Lawrence versus very, very crunchy because it's an old anime and I couldn't find very good PNGs. Sieg. These two characters right here. We got Kraft Lawrence from Spice and Wolf. I'm sure many of you are familiar with this good guy, aren't you? His traveling companion won the Waifu Wars. Will he be the one to take the Husbando Awards? Kraft Lawrence, Spice and Wolf. Good with money. Young. Handsome. A real down-to-earth guy. Versus Sieg Curtis from Full Metal Alchemist. Built like a fridge, made of muscle. Literally brings home the bacon as a butcher. Strong, quiet type, able to have a full conversation through only flexes, doting and caring, and utterly devoted to his wife. It's a pretty good deal. It's hard to pick between the two if I do say so myself. So let's get this link posted in chat and let you newbies do your thing. Start making your cases now. Top contenders, what do you mean this isn't the finals? This is not the finals. We're not even close yet. We're only knocking out the first ones. Don't make me choose between two married, please. I don't want to be a homewrecker. Too bad. Gotta deduct some points for the sandal? Oof. Kraft Lawrence will prioritize your happiness, even if he begrudgingly has to pay for it? Yeah. Haven't seen Spice and Wolf, but I have seen Full Metal? Well, then your vote is clear. Ain't it? He's a literal furry. I like him. I mean, you guys have very similar tastes to Lawrence. After all, his waifu is also Hollow from Spice and Wolf. We didn't choose the homewrecker life, it chose us. So I did choose the wife last time. Convince us who are undecisive, chat. Yes, convince your fellow newbies. Marry and homewrecker Lawrence to get Hollow. You could have both of them. You never know. You never know. Neck and neck. Who will it be? Lawrence versus Sieg. What do you think, co-host? Me too. We agree perfectly. Let's take a big old sip of the Ultra Jumbo Colossal Coffee. Honestly, yeah, my co-host, he's had the most interesting things to say this entire time. I'm so glad I picked this guy. Yeah. Oh, the tides are indeed turning. Oh my, look at it go. Sieg! He's losing this fight. Lawrence travels so you can see the world. That's true, that is fun. Is co-host single? I don't know. He said it's complicated. Thanks, co-host. Your insight was really meaningful. Lawrence and Hollow for the full set. Also a business empire. True. You too could have a business empire. Izumi will probably kill you if you make a move on Sieg. Ooh, that might be true. But maybe you could get her too. You never know. She might be into it. Never know. Never know. I want Izumi and Sieg. I also would like that. Alright, 10 more seconds, newbies. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the winner of this battle is Lawrence. Womp womp womp. Which means that Seek is eliminated. Let's get this guy out of here. Next up, we have Kamina versus Ainz. Woo! Ain't this an interesting one? Kamina from Gurren. He's the epitome of the best friend you always wanted. The cool uncle every nephew wanted. He's just a bundle of energy, skill, and positivity. Bro literally went out of his way to give a speech during a battle just so one of the characters could feel motivated again. Versus Ainz Al-Gaunsama from Overlord, the supreme leader of the Great Tomb of Nazarick. He should win because he is simply too powerful. He has no desire to do ill will to the average person with his power, only better his guild and stay accepted by the NPCs in his guild, which is hilariously wasted effort because they're programmed to basically worship him to a degree. Let's get the votes in chat. What are we thinking? This is going to be the final round of, well, the final battle? Yeah. Battle of round 1. The first brackets. Who will win? This one is quite difficult, if I do say so myself. Even I don't really know which one I'd rather pick. I'll be able to string you up by your guts if you make a move on Ainz. That is true. You might have to deal with her, but if you're accepted, maybe you'll get her too. Both are pretty good sounding, quite difficult. With Ainz, you get monsters as servants and an undead army. True. Kamina can actually show emotions. Yeah, I mean, think about it. Also, just think about the dynamics of your relationship. I think one of these would be a lot more comfortable to, extend the family tree with. The other one gives a whole new definition to getting boned. At least you can get natural. Exactly. Kamina's a big robot? Precisely. Ainz never even completed middle school, and wait, were there even schools in Kamina's world? I don't know, he is kind of dumb in his own way, so possibly not. Adoption is a thing. Adoption is a thing. That is true. Alright, things are running pretty close. 16 versus 12 votes. Could be anyone. It's still anyone's game. Continue to try and, convince your fellow newbies while I take another big old sip of my super turbo, amazingly massive café. I like my men stupid. Me too. Dead versus undead. Ouch. That's unfortunate. Kamina was being a dick when he was with Yoko. Ooh. It looks like the votes are still holding firm, though. They are still holding firm. You got just a little bit more time to try and convince your fellow newbies to vote in your favor. Who will it be? You decide. At least he... That's true, at least... Yeah, at least... Yeah. 10 seconds, rubies. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It looks like tonight, Ainz You gotta go. Blah, 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 blah. And that is the end of the first rounds. Good job, newbies. Good job. I congratulate you. Now let's take a quick look at this bracket, and let's mark our winners. All right. So the winner of the first round was Astolfo. Let me make sure. I just want to remember properly. Yes, the winner of the first round is Astolfo. Ba-ba-da-ba. Winner. The winner of the second round was Reagan. Winner. The winner of the third mini round, I guess you'd call it, was I opened up the wrong thing. It was Kurama. Bum 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 bum. Winner of the round after that was Sanji. And after that, the winner was Tatsu. Following that, the winner of the next round was Gotcha, Nintendo. And after that, the next winner was Lawrence. And after that, last but not least, we got Kamina. Here is your next lineup of competitors. 1-minute intermission, every newbie. We are back. We've looked at the brackets. You've seen who's up next. Now let's get it started. Versus Astolfo and Reagan. These are two very different characters, if I do say so myself. Definitely two very different characters. Let's once again just read over what was submitted for both of these characters. We got Astolfo from Fate Apocrypha. Cute femboy. And he unironically sounds like he'd be a lot of fun to hang out with. Versus Reagan from Mob Psycho 100. He takes care of Mob. I like that. He takes care of him subconsciously, like he's his own nephew. He's also a pretty fun character to watch. With them scamming skills, he's about to scam our hearts as well. Well, he did in the first round. Will he be able to do it again? Let's get the poll put in chat right now. Here is that poll, newbies. Get it pinned up as we speak. Start making your cases. Who should win this round and move on? I love the fail, man. This is tough. It is definitely a tough one. It's definitely a tough one. This is not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. I'm sorry, but I'm biased toward the femboy. That is fair. That is fair. It's a hard one. This is a hard one. I'm not confident in either option. How come? Why are you guys having such a hard time picking, Explain it to me. Explain it to me. I barely know either of these husbandos. My vote goes towards Astolfo. That's fair. You know, at first glance, one is a bit more adventurous than the other. A man as traumatized as Reagan is definitely a must pick. Astolfo all the way. No, either is good. Wow, ouch. I mean, Astolfo has a bigger sword. I mean... Only one of these fellows look really good in a bikini. Have you seen the monster drink? What monster drink? I'm scared. What does this mean? Why are you AOing? What do you mean? My monster drink? Remember, I can't drink it anymore. This guy said so. It's gone today. That's why I have this Super Turbo Mungo giant coffee. Size comparison? Oh. Do you mean his thing? It's as big as a Monster Energy drink? And I was bouncing that on my head last time. You guys let me just sit here like that. Wow, I thought we were bros. I thought we were homies. You guys had this information and you did this to me? Man, see if I come back to host any more shows for you guys. Wow. Wow. Astolfo comes with a griffin. That is true. That I think that outweighs everything else, most definitely. 10 more seconds, newbies. Are you ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the winner is Astolfo! Reagan is eliminated just by one vote. Oh my goodness, that was a close one. But he's out of goes. There he goes. Next up, newbies, we've got Kurama versus Sanji. Honestly, these two complement each other. They have very similar poses. Let's give them another read. Yoko Kurama from Yu Yu Hakusho. Very cool-headed, badass, plot relevant, an absolute gentleman, also a super strong fox spirit, versus Sanji, One Piece, can cook, can fight, won't hurt women, tank, fast, fire type, high-spirited, blonde, and classy. Let's put the poll up in the chat. Also, thank you, YU, for the super chat. Thank you. Your donation / sponsorship in terms of this stream, because that's what we're calling those today, will show up soon. Thank you for sponsoring this amazing event. So this guy, we can pay the rent. Anyways, let's get that poll thrown up in chat. Yeah. This looks like some sort of crossover. Thank you for the super chat. Some sort of crossover cafe art? A little bit. Yeah, it does. It really do. Just like someone that can kick you. Aw, man. Yo, where that cafe at? I wanna go. But I'm out of coffee. I already drank my mega super big ginormous coffee cup. Aw, man. Oh well. I'll just have to stick to the water that I magically can drink. They kind of match like they're in splash art. Honestly, yeah, that's what I was thinking. They are kind of matching. Like, even like general color scheme. I also noticed something when I was looking at Kurama. Why does he kind of look like he's wearing like a very like not detailed cosplay of what is his name from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? That guy. Yeah. You guys know what I'm talking about. The only pink one. Well, not the only pink one, but like, look at the outfit. Come on. What does it look like? I'm only voting for the one I've seen. That is fair. That is fair. Looks like a school uniform. It does. A very, very ugly school uniform. I would not want that school uniform. They both kind of look like Giorno. True that. Looks like Sanji is winning right now. Oof. Mega oof. Come on, newbies. Convince others in chat. Tell me, those of you that have voted Sanji, are voting Sanji, have voted Sanji, why do you think Sanji should win, newbies? Why do you think? I voted for the one that I think would beat Astolfo. That is fair. That's a fair vote. He different. That's why you voted for Sanji. Sanji has better drip. Yeah. Out of these two, yeah. I can agree to that. What about those that voted for Kurama? Why'd you vote for Kurama, newbies? Why'd that happen? He is husband material, although inconsistent. Best to have Sanji during winter. He can toast my buns. Ooh. Pink hair biased. I mean, kind of more like red hair. Honestly, we have the same color of hair. Because I haven't seen One Piece. That is a fair reason to vote. Nostalgia? Kurama might be strong in terms of combat. I see. Well, you got 10 more seconds, newbies. The votes are close. Vote now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the winner is Sanji! Oops. Sanji! Kurama is outta here! Bwomp, 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 bwomp. Goodbye, Kurama. of this round. Next round, we got Tatsu versus Vintaro. Again, pretty similar looking dudes, if I do say so myself. And the descriptions given for these two are Tatsu, way of the house husband, strong, supportive, devoted and caring, good with the housework, excellent cook, and goes the extra mile. Versus Okabe Rintaro from Steins Gate, will literally by all means save you from death, will never give up, even if it leads to him being traumatized. I also like the fact that he'll cover up his own pain so that the other people around him won't feel worried of him by making jokes or acting out like a mad scientist, because he cares so much and so deeply for them. It's so damn touching. Cry emoji. Here we go. Link is being put in chat. It's so hard. Both of them are your boys. Well, you can only pick one tonight. You can only pick one. Who will you pick, newbies? Who will you pick? I mean, again, as stated earlier, one of these guys really is, like, quite the husband, so it's definitely not a very easy choice at all. I mean, I personally like both of these characters a decent amount, so I'm glad I'm not in the hot seat right now. I'm just the announcer. Well, I'm sure Tatsu will turn back time if he can. The plus is he can cook. True that. This one's obvious. I'm voting for Rintaro Okabe. He can time travel, which could alter the timeline. I mean, that could also be a bad thing. What if he alters the timeline and then you die? Or you break up? What if he meets you and then he alters the timeline so you never met? You think you want him, but will he really want you? That's the real question. I want them to marry each other. That's fair. Which one will you pick, Rubies? The subjective husbando or the literal husband? Correct. Why would you do that, though? You never know. You're desirable? He also, eternally hunted by secret societies? That is true. He is also being eternally hunted by secret societies. Could prove to be a problem if you're trying to have a nice date. You describing things he's done in some timelines? You know. Husband hopeful or an actual husband? I mean, who would you pick? Who would you pick, co-host? Yeah, no, that one's good, yeah. Again, I'm not really gonna say my pick, because I'm the main host, and that would just be improper, but thank you for your input, Yeah, pretty insightful. I mean, are you guys gonna go with his pick, or are you guys gonna go with your pick? Pick now! You have only 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the winner of this round is Tatsu. Goodbye, Rintaro. You have been eliminated. Womp, 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 womp. There he goes. The winner is Tatsu. And last but not least, we have the meeting, the mashup, the fated battle between Kamina and Lawrence. Let's give these guys one more quick read before you newbies decide. We got Craft Lawrence, Spice and Wolf, good with money, young, handsome, a real down-to-earth guy versus Kamina from Gurren Lagann. Gurren Lagann? Gurren Lagann? Yup. He's the epitome of the best friend you always wanted, the cool uncle every nephew wanted. He's just a bundle of energy, skill, and positivity. Bro literally went out of his way to give a speech during a battle just so one of the characters could feel motivated again. This is the final round of this round, Rubies. Make sure to vote very wisely. Vote very, very, very wisely, newbies. We don't have that many rounds left. So, newbies that are voting, why did you vote for who you voted for? Share now or forever hold your peace. Can you vote for the co-host? No. No, you cannot. I'm sorry, Kamina. Caught wagon. I'm picking Lawrence. Lawrence is smart, good with money, young, handsome, also not dead. Which is a bonus. Kamina may believe in me, but I believe in money. Dang, you newbies are showing your dark side here today. The best ones are always inaccessible. That is true. He's the best one because you can't be with him, for he is R.I.P. Tisk tisk, but I mean, at least he has a really long sword. Am I right? Or am I right? TBH, I voted for the one that I can walk down the street with and not have people assume there's an anime con in town that weekend. Oof. Poor Kamina. But I mean, like, people that get Kamina cosplays right get it really, really right. Like, them some good cosplays. I mean, it really also just depends on what kind of life do you live. Do you want one that's super duper dangerous and full of action? Then you're probably gonna go with Kamina. You can't go wrong with a furry. That is fair, I suppose. Some more newbies have voted. You newbies, why have you picked who you've picked, Do you really think that they'll be able to stand strong until the very end? Or is your vote, your bets, perhaps in some other competitor of tonight's show? What do you think, co-host? Okay. Hey, you can't say that on air. Forget what he said! Anyways. Hollow invites her own adventures. That's true, that is true. Yeah, let's just forget about that, okay? We're not trying to get canceled here, guys. It was just a joke. It was just a joke. Yeah, I know. This guy, am I right? And he thought I would be the problem tonight. But you newbies can get past it, right? Let's focus on the husbandos. Look, the votes are pretty much tied. You got 10 more seconds to vote. We're gonna go past that. 10, 9, 8. It's literally 50-50. 7. If it's a 50-50, I'm gonna pick, and you don't want that. Okay? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, oh my god, 1 and or I mean just a half, or 3/4, half, 2/3, 1/7, 0.5, pick another, someone, please vote. 2, 7, 8. Okay, you know what, we're alright, there we go! The winner is Lawrence! Goodbye, Kamina, you're out of here. The winner is Lawrence! There we have it, folks. Sorry, Kamina. You are out of here! And there's our winner for tonight. Alright, newbies, we are going to take another very quick break right after we sort out these brand new brackets. Alright, let's take a look at these wonderful brackets. So out of these winners, we had Astolfo, we had Kudama, I think, let me just make sure. No, I was wrong. It's Sanji. Sanji. See, that's why I check. Natsu. And last but not least, we had Lawrence. There's the new bracket, Jubies. There's the new bracket. How we feeling? How we feeling about these brackets? How we feeling about that? Going pretty great? Yeah. Go get yourselves a bit more water. We are going to take a 5-minute intermission. I will see you, newbies, in just a minute. newbies, we're back for the final rounds. Now we're gonna be diving a little bit deeper into these contestants. We're gonna be looking at them even further than we originally were. They've already proven themselves, so now they get to speak for themselves. First up, we have Astolfo versus Sanji. Would you take a peek at that? Wait a minute. Something is wrong. Did I accidentally... Astolfo, Sanji, Tatsu, Lawrence. Why is there someone else in my thing? Astolfo, Sanji, Tatsu, Lawrence. What? Wait. Who got eliminated? Oh, Rintaro did. I'm stupid. Absolutely nothing happened. It is all fine. Yeah. Everything is as it should be. So, Sanji versus Astolfo. Let's look into a little bit more of Astolfo's past. So Astolfo is a former servant turned into a human by his master's wish to the Holy Grail. He is the former Rider of Black from the Great Holy Grail War 13 years before, kept manifested by the Greater Grail. He is recruited by the Mages Association and willingly makes a master-servant contract with Leo Solaris, if not a temporary one. He is 164 centimeters tall, weighing in at 56 kilograms. I don't know what kilograms are. 56 kilograms to pound. That's 123 pounds. Very pick-upable. So his profile. The writer's true name is Astolfo, one of the 12 paladins of Charlemagne. In the Charlemagne legend, he is the son of an English king and one of Charlemagne's 12 faithful paladins. Among the 12 paladins of Charlemagne, Astolfo is said to be the most handsome, eternally optimistic, and completely lacking in sense. As the legends go, Astolfo is quite the ladies' man. As a cousin of Roland, Astolfo is included among those 12. That being said, Astolfo was famed as weak in the legends. Astolfo has created many legends as he was an adventurer who flew to all over the world and even reached the moon in the end. Through his journey, he had won numerous mystic codes such as his flute, his grimoire, and his shining golden lance. Astolfo brought rise to various legends on the back of mounts like a griffin and the famous Ravikano. But particularly famous among them is something inconceivable for this world, the hippogriff. Although many are the glorious tales of Astolfo, it is said that he has made just as many mistakes. He was continually defeated in riding tournaments, fell victim to many thaumaturgical traps, which are like magic? I don't know. And even lost in a matter of hours. The reason that he had picked up at the moon. And even lost in a matter of hours, the reason that he had picked up the moon. Oh. However, Astolfo never faltered. He did not seem to consider failure or defeat as blunders in the first place. Did I hear traps? Average Western male weight is 70 kilograms, so 56 is quite petite. That is true, that is true. Now let's look into Sanji. Blackleg Sanji, born as Vinsmoke Sanji, is the cook of the Straw Hat Pirates and one of the senior officers of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. He is a 5th member of the crew and 4th to join, doing so at the end of the Baratier arc. I remembered how to say it. Born as the 3rd son and 4th child of the Vinsmoke family, thus making him a former prince of the Germa Kingdom, he disowned his family twice, once in his youth and again after reuniting them as an adult. After fleeing the Vinsmokes as a child, he eventually entered the care of Zeph as the sous chef of the Baratier, where he would remain until he met Monkey D. Luffy, who convinced him to join his crew. His dream is to find the rumored chef's paradise, all blue, which is where the East Blue, West Blue, North Blue, and South Blue meet, along with their wildlife. He is one of the top 3 fighters of the Straw Hats, alongside Luffy and Zoro, who are referred to as the Monster Trio. He first gained a bounty of a lot for his role in the raid on Enia's lobby. It increased to even more after the Dressrosa arc, but the condition of his bounty was changed to only alive due to his biological father's interference. After he escaped from Big Mom's territory, his bounty condition was reverted back to dead or alive, and its value increased to even more. Following the raid on Onigashima, his bounty was increased even more. Despite renouncing his surname Vinsmoke, the world government labels it as part of his name on his wanted poster. Sanji is, let's see, he is 177 centimeters when we first see him, and technically he grows an inch over the course of the series. Look at that! Nothing on his weight, though he is 19 and then 21, so there's that. Legal Husbando. Our favorites. Alright, guys. Time to pick between these two who should win. Vote now, newbies. Vote now. Astolfo or Sanji? You've heard all there is to hear about them. Who could possibly make it and totally definitely win in the final round? Let's see. Ooh, this is a very close battle. It's your final chance, newbies. It's your final chance to make your cases to your other fellows and tell them, hey, wait, this one should win. He may have a bigger sword, but Sanji's dream is even bigger. That's true. You're withholding your vote? Don't do that. Just frickin' vote. Wait, 177 centimeters? He's shorter than me by 1 centimeter. Well, there you go. See? Shorter than you. Perfect waifu material. Am I right? Yeah. Ha 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 ha. Alright. Look at that. 6-9 votes. Can you believe that? I'm waiting for people to convince me since I haven't seen either. I mean, one's a trap and one likes women. There you go. That's all. It's the only input I can give, as I am supposed to remain impartial. That was not very impartial of you. Shh. No, you're not gonna say something bad again. Quiet. Sanji is better than Zoro, frankly. Brook or Jubei? I'm sorry, my baby Astolfo. Sanji has been my husband since 2015. Will Astolfo not actually win this competition? I don't know, for a minute there. I was really thinking that Astolfo would take it home. Please, 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 you might be a pervert, but at least you never NTR'd someone yet. That is true. That is true. Alright, Rubies. You got 10 more seconds to vote. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. God damn it. Someone else better vote right now. 2, 2.5, 1.5, 1, 75%, 70%, 60%, 50%, 40%. There we go. The winner is 0. The winner is it's Sanji. It's Sanji. Yeah. Oh shit. It's Sanji. No. It's Sanji. I don't care. Sanji is the winner. Goodbye, Astolfo. I'm sorry. Boom. Eliminated. Next up, we got... It's not rigged, shut up! We got Tatsu versus Lawrence. Oh no, I've made mistakes. There we go. It's fixed. Tatsu versus Lawrence. Yeah! Tatsu. Tatsu is the main character of The Way of the House Husband. He is a former legendary Yakuza gang member known by the nickname the Immortal Dragon, and he has since retired from a life of crime work to fulfill full-time house husband for his wife Miku. Hatsune Miku, is that you? My guy married Hatsune Miku, guys. I don't know, I'm not gonna say anything, but he might be the winner. He later joins the Women's Association with the moniker The Decorator, a name chosen by Fukada, one of the 8 dragons of the Women's Association. Tatsu takes everything he does very seriously, especially his work as a house husband. He uses Yakuza-esque language for regular situations, which often makes something innocent which often makes something innocent and simple appear ominous, like flour. He has also been shown to be extremely paranoid due to his bloody past, as seen when he and Miku attempt to buy a car, leading to hilarity, extreme amusement, especially when expressed by laughter. Tatsu cares for the people in his life and often goes the extra step for them, even if he gets injured in the process. Tatsu dedicates himself to cleaning the house, cooking, and taking care of all homely responsibilities. He's an excellent cook, often making everything with a cute flair. It's hard for him to leave the house without being recognized by authorities or other Yakuza. Next up, we got Kraft Lawrence. Kraft Lawrence is the protagonist of Spice and Wolf. At the start of the main series, he was a 25-year-old traveling merchant who went from town to town, selling, buying, and trading various goods in order to make a profit. Lawrence's dream was to save enough money to become a town merchant with his own store. While doing business in Paslo, he found Hollow one night in the back of his cart and agreed to help her return to Yoitsu, her homeland in the north. Lawrence is quite mature compared to the other men his age. In the series, he excels at everything related to business and takes pride in that fact. He enjoys sharing his extensive knowledge with Hollow, who is a quick study, and he sometimes doesn't give enough credit to her. He has traveled alone for most of his life, so he doesn't always pick up on social cues, especially from Hollow and other women, to the extent Hollow sometimes has to spell things out for Lawrence until he gets it. Lawrence is practical and frugal toward material possessions, and rarely purchased things he did not need until Hollow joined him. Lawrence takes his word seriously and keeps promises as best he can, especially with Hollow, shown when Chloe wanted to give her to the church in exchange for realizing his dream of having his own shop, and he refused. In Spice and Wolf VR2, he became even more wise and careful about the decisions he makes. His time with Hollow made Lawrence grow not only as a fine merchant, but also as a father and a man. He cares deeply for his family, but he became so soft that he can easily fall to Muri's cheerful and spoiled attitude shown when she tried to convince him to make candles that her mother requested, making him buy her a rabbit fur cape and advising to give up in his heavy pelt selling, wanting him to sell small pork pelts. These years with Hollow and later his daughter Muri made Lawrence understand that he cannot reach his objectives by himself alone, but with the help of the people who he cares and loves. How sweet. Now they must fight to the death. Who will win, newbies? Let's get this in chat. Vote now. Tatsu, why does it say Sanji? Just pretend that Sanji is Lawrence. Yeah, just pretend that Sanji is Lawrence. It's, no scuff. No scuff for you. You see nothing. Alright, make your cases, newbies. Make your cases to your fellow newbies in chat. Who could it possibly be? Kinda looks like a tired Sanji. It's just an old, tired Sanji. Yeah, that's who Lawrence is. Yeah. Both Sanji and Lawrence. No, it's not actually Sanji, it's Lawrence. Look, things are very fast-paced in the studio, okay? This is fast-paced, very difficult life. And I'm just, my old studio, I thought I found the perfect place. It was this nice, cool, creepy dungeon, and then it turns out I couldn't even stay there, and now I gotta work with this guy who won't even let me sit in my monster can or sit in my gamer chair. Can't you guys just let this one pass? I'm overworked. I haven't slept in 37 hours. Thank you, Drisbane. And also, I know there was another one. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Dennis, for the super chat, just for the regular donation / sponsorship that you sent earlier. Thank you, to which you said, while the co-host is not here right now, I love you, Matt. Sir, do you accept my declaration? Well, he didn't say anything to you, so clearly not. And, rigged. Thanks, Drisbane. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for that one. Alright, newbies. 10 more seconds. That's all you got. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The winner is Tatsu, which means Lawrence is out of here. Blah, 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 blah. Now, everyone, let's take a look at this bracket. Here's the bracket, everybody. So the winners were Sanji and Lawrence. Those will be our final competitors, and we are going to watch them duel in 5 more minutes. Ba-da-da-ba! final round. We're gonna do even more of a deep dive into these two. Sanji from One Piece, or Tatsu from The Way of the House Husband. We're gonna look into their relationships. How do they treat others? Because that's what's most important, right? How they're gonna treat us. Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing. There we go. Relationships for Sanji. Okay. Let's go into this. First, wait, why do I keep... No, this is Sanji. Okay, I thought I had the wrong person again. There is no scuff for you. Sanji first met the crew after Luffy accidentally attacked the Baratie. His first impression was that they were a noisy bunch, but catching a glimpse of Nami caused Sanji to swoop over. It took a while for Sanji to fully understand and like the crew, since he thought Luffy and Zoro were crazy for risking their lives for their dreams, until they respectively fought Krieg and Mihawk. However, seeing their determination, recalling his own crazy dream of finding the fabled All Blue, Sanji is inspired to pursue his own dream. And after joining the crew, Sanji would often butt heads with Zoro and argue with Usopp, as well as seeking out Nami's company. But after fighting together at Arlong Park, he warms up to the whole crew, including Zoro to an extent, making huge feasts for them and taking pleasure at their happiness. Just before they entered the Grand Line, it was Sanji who proposed a launching party, during which all of the members who joined in East Blue declared their commitment to achieve their dreams. Sanji often states that he only cares about the women of the crew, but this is far from true. Sanji cares for all his friends, and between his heroic rescue at rain dinners and by closing the gates of justice at Enies lobby, it can be said Sanji has saved the entire crew on numerous occasions. When Sanji was unable to protect his crew from Kuma, Sanji became distraught and charged at the warlord, despite Usopp trying to hold him back. When given a difficult challenge by Ivankov, Sanji said he would go through his idea of hell for his crew and accepted the challenge. He has also risked his life of the crew on multiple occasions, whether it be by taking lightning blasts from NL or stopping Doflamingo from reaching the crew. Even after meeting his beautiful arranged fiancée Charlotte Pudding, he turns her down and chooses to return to his friends. After Pudding tells the crew that Sanji turned her down for them, they are shocked to the core that Sanji would turn down a woman, let alone such a beautiful and seemingly kind-hearted one. Luffy is so moved by Sanji's loyalty that he even cries. While fighting his father, the latter questioned if Sanji would really sacrifice his own family, to which Sanji stated he did not care that harm came upon them as long as he only came to protect his crew. It can be said that Sanji sees his crew as the real family he never had growing up. Sanji's care for his crew even enters his subconscious thought, as when he was preparing a bento box for Pudding, he realized he put all their favorite foods in the meal. However, with explosive shackles placed on his hands, Zeph's life being held hostage by the Germa Kingdom, and his crewmates threatened by the Big Mom pirates, Sanji reluctantly decided to sever his ties with the Straw Hat Pirates, speaking cruelly and insultingly to Luffy and Nami in the hopes to chase them away, to the point of pretending he arrogantly forgot Luffy's name. To further his goal of stopping the crew from pursuing him, Sanji continued on with his words and violently attacked Luffy, but was driven to tears afterwards. Sanji also made sure the crew would survive Whole Cake Island, agreeing to Big Mom to marry Pudding as long as the crew were safe, until he realized the entire marriage was a sham to kill him and his family, and that Big Mom never intended to spare the Straw Hats. After Sanji realized his misgivings, he rushed off with the bento box to find his captain. After arguing with Luffy, Sanji finally wept and admitted that he wanted to return to the Thousand Sunny. He also said to Luffy that he could not abandon his family, so Luffy told Sanji that they would destroy the wedding together. Sanji was very reluctant to face the crew, but was overjoyed to hear them through the Brulee's mirror shard. His crewmates, particularly Brook, Luffy, and Chopper, dearly enjoyed his delicious cooking and began to better appreciate him after Luffy's disastrous wastage of their food supply by cooking the disgusting random curry. They were extremely overjoyed at being able to taste his cooking again, to the point that they joyfully hugged Sanji. After safely reuniting the crew, Sanji is shown to be more caring and protective towards the male members of the crew, as he angrily swore to go all out to protect Usopp, as if he were to be captured by the Beast Pirates. And that is his relationship to the crew. Pretty good guy. But, is he better than Tatsu? Let's look into some of Tatsu's relationships. So we got his wonderful wife, Miku. The two have a very weird yet loving relationship. They first met when Miku found him injured after Tatsu endured a bloody battle to which she carried him to safety. After an unspecified amount of time, they got married. Tatsu also quit the Yakuza for her. He protected her when she was about to be hit by a volleyball once. They sometimes fight with each other, but in the end, the two still care deeply for and love each other. Masa. Tatsu was Masa's former Yakuza boss, who recognized Tatsu when he was shopping, and after a few more encounters with him, he decides to follow in Tatsu's footsteps and learn to take care of himself. There were times when Tatsu tends to be violent towards Masa for his actions, like slapping him, as seen as Episode 1, Episode 2, Episode 3, Episode 7, Episode 8, and Episode 10. Then there is Ryota, who Tatsu sometimes babysits, and Tojiro, who was randomly encountered in Episode 3. That's really all there is to him. Trivia-wise, even though Tatsu always wears his shades indoors and outdoors, there are a few episodes where he doesn't wear his sunglasses, like in Episode 1, Episode 2, Episode 9, and Episode 10. His strength is that, according to Nagai in Episode 1, he talks about how there's a legendary Yakuza who's said to have single-handedly smashed up 10 of his rival clan's offices in one night, completely unarmed. His strength is one of his, the only listed ability on here. That's okay. Yeah, there's not much else. Anyways, let's get to voting, newbies. Here's your poll. The final poll: Sanji versus Tatsu. Who could it be, newbies? Vote now. The final vote of the night. The final chance for you to tell your fellow newbies who should be the ultimate husbando winner. Bum, 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 bum. Sanji beat up a dinosaur? That is pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Like, I guess if you beat up a dinosaur, like, you're my husbando 100%. Tatsu is a dragon. Tatsu's whole anime is about being a husbando. That is true. He might just be winning by default because he is, in fact, the husbando. Sanji, the man that betrayed the Straw Hats in episode 900. Oof. This is a tough choice. It is. It's a very tough choice. Equal in fighting ability and cooking, but Tatsu is loyal. Tatsu wins. Does he? Only you can decide, newbies. Only you can decide. What Owlie said? What do you think, co-host? No, that makes sense, yeah. Well, you can take his word, or you can take your own feelings, guys. Your own feelings that you have 10 more seconds to decide on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the winner of tonight's Ultimate Husbando Showdown is Tatsu, which leaves Sanji out of here. Blah, 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 blah. Let's get the winner. Let's get the winner up here. Just there we go. Yeah. Hello, winner. How you feeling tonight, winner? The newbies voted on you. Are you proud of yourself for your win? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, we're proud of you, too. We are proud of you, too. You fought very hard. You fought very valiantly to win over the newbies' hearts. Do you have anything you want to say to the newbies? That's That's the sweetest thing I've ever heard. Sweetest thing I've ever heard. He's very excited to be your husbandos. The waifu might have gotten stolen last time, but this time, I will leave this one to you, Ryubies. With that being said, this is cool, ultra, super, amazing, Blaze. Clocking out for tonight. Good night, Ryubies. Thank you for tuning in. Have fun with your husbando. And I will see you tomorrow. Well, not technically me, but you will see a variation of Blaze nonetheless tomorrow, where we will be playing Refine Self, the personality test game. So if you're wondering things about Blaze Osama's personality, tune in tomorrow.